Over the course of the past 2 days, it's becoming increasingly more noticeable to the people around them that Chris isn't Chris, or at least not in the usual sense. They say things they wouldn't normally say, they do things they wouldn't normally do. And as Chapter 1's ending sort of confirmed, that's because of us, because of our influence, because of our control over them. This isn't like a lot of RPGs where the protagonist is more or less a player insert. No, Chris is their own autonomous person with their own feelings, their own likes and dislikes, their own experiences that we've almost completely overwritten, that we've taken away. And unlike a certain Nika one-shot who takes that shit in stride, Chris doesn't really like being controlled by us, by the player, despite seemingly not having much of a choice, but that makes you wonder, just how far can your control over Chris go? The game gives you an inch, is there any way to take a mile from that? That was something Undertale was so well known for, the control you had. There were multiple different endings you could reach based solely on what actions you chose to take. But this game set up that no, there's only one ending, and your choices, no matter what you do, don't matter. I mean, you can't even kill your enemies here. And that's something Chapter 2 handled brilliantly in its notorious Weird Route. The Weird Route is in every way a worthy successor because it just feels so wrong. Like, yeah, the Genocide Route made you feel bad, but it still felt like an intended part of the game. But the Weird Route, that felt like something you flat out weren't supposed to do. A boundary you were breaking through, a bug in the system, a crack in the surface of this artificial world. You've already taken Chris's autonomy. They're essentially your slave now, but they can still emote and express themselves to some extent. But the Weird Route is about throwing all of that completely in the dumpster and using Chris and their bond with Noelle to remove her autonomy, to transform her into this numb, empty killing machine. It's genuinely horrifying to see this pure, innocent person slowly become addicted to the newfound allure of getting stronger through violence, to see her stop questioning these terrible demands she's given, to see her ignore her very conscience by suppressing the awful memories of what she's done, of what she's doing. Like, damn, man. But what's even more interesting is how the world reacts to your actions, and I don't just mean the other characters, I mean the very soul of Deltarune itself. Like when embarking the Genocide Route, Undertale, like I said, basically did everything it could possibly think of to make it stop. But it's different this time. No, this game knows it's all hopeless. There's no point in even trying, and it just tries to get the game over with as soon as possible. All the bright, happy stuff, the emotional, fulfilling stuff is kind of just skipped over now. There's not even a real final boss anymore. So the game just shrugs its shoulders and throws Spamton Neo at you, and oh yeah, he exists. That's why aside from all those hilarious quirks and deep lore and awesome theme songs, I think Spamton really made it big. Spamton embodied exactly what Chris wants most, and that's the pursuit of freedom from the very entity pulling their strings, namely us. Man, these games know how to make us feel kind of shitty for playing them.